hi there and welcome to our Back to the Mat challenge. So it's a kind of Christmas challenge, I suppose. So I want to try and get you moving again, get your digestion moving again. Let's start stretching the body, opening the body, finding space, finding connection back with our muscles after a period of a little bit less movement perhaps, and perhaps a little bit more eating. So we're probably all feeling a little bit bloated and full, so we're going to start with some exercises that I hope will help to get your digestion moving, hope to help you feel a little bit less full. So let's begin on hands and knees, and we're going to start with something called belly lifts. So this is going to feel a little bit weird to begin with. So I want you to start by just letting your tummy go. That doesn't mean you sink into your lower back. We've still got to think of posture. So we're still pressing the ground away, drawing our shoulders back, tucking our ribs in, making sure our spine is in its natural curve. So there is a dip here, but it's not a sink. And then just let the tummy relax. Imagine you have a big bowling ball strapped to the front of your belly. We're all probably feeling a bit like that at the moment anyway. And I want you to now lift that bowling ball up into your spine. So you scoop your tummy up and you think of trying to hide that bowling ball up by your spine. And then on your inhale, you're going to drop. Allow it to relax. Tummy just relaxes, let go. On your exhale, feel like you wrap your belly around that bowling ball and scoop it up into your spine. One more time, we release. And we exhale and pull back up. Now holding here, we're going to increase that lift by rounding into a cat. Tuck your tail under, allow your head and neck to drop. Feel like you're pulling that bowling ball through your spine and up to the ceiling. Hold for a breather and then lengthen back to your flat back. Now this time in flat back, don't let the tummy go, don't relax. We go again. Exhale, scoop it up. Well, this is great for getting the digestion moving, getting those muscles to stimulate the gut, and then release back to your flat back. One more time. Also, after a period of time sitting still, doing a lot of lounging, it's really nice to get the spine moving, and then release to the flat back. Now this time we're going to hold in flat back and we're going to wag our tails to one side and then wag the tail over to the other side. So really keeping your shoulders fairly still and your neck long, ribs tucked in, but just lengthen the pelvis over to one side and over to the other side. So you're lengthening one side of the waist, shortening the other side. And you can now turn your head to look back to your bottom, looking back. So you're really shortening that side of the waist and then turn over the other way. And just take big breaths. Exhale to squeeze. Inhale to swap. Exhale, squeeze. This is your last one. Pausing here. Take your left hand and slide it underneath your right armpit. Rotate under. Get your head as close to the floor as you can. Draw those shoulders back and rotate your ribs. And then press the ground away and come all the way back round. Other way. Inhale through. All the way, reaching with that arm. Turning those ribs and pressing away. One more each side. Again, really good stimulation for the gut. Really manually starting to get things moving. Get things kick-started. Rotate through. Really think of turning those ribs to the side of the room and then press back and come back to sitting. Now pause here, just let your wrists have a little breather. And when you're ready, you're coming down to side lying. Now on side lying here, we're going to do the same kind of thing with the belly lifts. So we're going to let the belly really relax, let everything kind of sink to the floor. Rest your head down on your arm or grab a cushion if you need it. And then on your exhale, you're going to really draw that tummy into the spine. And you'll feel how this hip just starts to move away. You create a little bit of lift in the waist. Feet are roughly in line with your tailbone. So you're looking forwards, you're lined up with the front of your mat. Let's release that belly again, let everything sink. Really feel like you relax into kind of fetal position almost. And then on your exhale, you pick that tummy up, you pull it into your spine. And you find you create a bit of lift through the underside of the waist. Long waist across the top here, not crunched up. Push that hip away and your knees are one on top of the other. So you've got a stacked pelvis, stacked legs. Eye line forwards and we're going to exhale to open clams. So we're going to do 9 and 8. So we're just getting those tiny, smaller muscles working, warmed up. 6. And we're just starting to think about our bodies again, think about our positioning, where we are in space. Let's go for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Hold it here. Now let's lengthen that leg away, bend, and release. Now, even after a few days of no exercise or no movement, or maybe it's been longer for you, but certainly after a short break, it can feel like you've never moved your body before. Particularly at Christmas, I always find with Christmas it's a harder comeback. So doing this between Christmas and New Year is a really great thing you're doing for your body, and you'll make January far easier. Release, let's keep going. We've got 5, extend. So when you extend, you want to keep that rotation, lengthen, bend foot to foot and lower. Let's go 3, extend, bend and lower. You're keeping your hips still so that when you land that knee back down, it comes directly onto the bottom one. Let's make this your last one. Relax here. Let's lengthen that top leg, lift it up and lower it down. We're just going for 10, 9, 8, quite fast. 7 and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release down. Relax, twiddle over, let's do the other side. So we're keeping these sessions short, we're all busy, it's a busy time of year, busiest bit has been done, thankfully. Let's release the tummy here, so we go into that kind of slouch, exhale, draw everything in. Feel that hip lengthen away, opening and lengthening the waist. And one more time, release, sink, use the exhale, scoop the tummy up, pull it into your spine, hold it there. Now we open. So these sessions are short to fit in with your routine over Christmas. They're not going to be longer than 20 minutes. So hand on hip if it's helpful. Sometimes you're getting a bit of feedback from this pelvis to make sure it's still. Making sure as you move this leg that it doesn't push the pelvis back, but also that you're not letting go in the tummy here. It's really easy and tempting to just collapse and relax and let the leg do all the effort. But actually it's a full body exercise. You want to be engaged all the way along the body, aware of where you are in space. Let's make this your last one. I think that's about 10. Pause there. Let's extend, bend and lower. Open, reach, bend and down. Pelvis is still. Keep the tummy pulling in. Keep going. Let's go for 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Strong tummy. Keep pulling it in. One more. Reach, lower, down. Lengthen that leg. Now we're going up and down quite quickly. 9. Now don't let this jog you out of position. Keep the tummy strong. 6, reach the leg as long as you can. Really lengthen away from the hip. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest it down and relax there. Okay, come on up. Come up to sitting. So again, we want to move that spine as much as we can. Get as much flexion and rotation through your back and through your trunk as possible. So let's start sitting tall, hands behind the thighs, knees bent. Right up onto your sit bones, lift up through your spine. Now round into a C shape, just like you did in your cat. Scoop your tummy in, tuck your tail under. Really pull the belly in and lift up tall. And again, exhale, scoop and round, tuck that tail, inhale up. Again, exhale round, tucking under. Relax those shoulders, inhale, lift. 2 more times, round, scoop, 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 inhale, lift. Last one, we round, this time we hold, lengthen your arms and curl back. Now we're going halfway back and halfway back up. Okay, so not all the way. We're going halfway back, or maybe 2/3, and then halfway back up. Now when we go back, we want to keep that tuck. Try not to hinge, don't make this a flat back. We're pulling under. Scoop the belly in to bring yourself forwards. So think of this not as a push up, but it's a pull in of the belly and a forwards movement of the ribs. Inhale back, Exhale up. Really try and activate that tummy. With these, the further you go, the more likely you are to move out of a round back. So stay high. If it's better for you and you can maintain that scoop and that connection with the belly, then don't go so far. Come all the way up and lift up nice and tall. Pause here now, lift that spine, turn your palms to face down, and we're going to pull back with one elbow. Reach the other fingertips forwards, keep your knees together, pull back. Now open that arm, reach back, and then slice round. Other way, we pull back with the elbow, turn those ribs, reach back with that hand, keep the tummy strong and your spine long, and slice back. 2 more. Rotate, really lift up and out of your pelvis, kind of lengthen your waist. Reach back, keep the shoulders down if you can. If you need your shoulders to be more relaxed, then just lower the arms a little bit. Now think of really lifting from your belly, like you're trying to hover, like you're trying to reduce the weight down into your sit bones. Hold here and then relax down. Coming down onto your back. We are going for leg circles, got to check my list there. So we're going to take one leg to flat. Holding onto your right leg. Left leg is flat, but really flex that foot. Hold onto your right leg. And now we're just going to extend. Just get a little bit of length down the back of that thigh. Now if you've been stationary or mostly sitting for the last 48 hours, these legs are going to feel a little bit tight. So don't worry if that leg doesn't go straight. Try and keep your tail on the floor. So you've always got this little arch in your lower back and your waist is long. On this next one, up and flex and release. Extend, flex, release. One more. Up, flex. Now, bend that knee to tabletop. Hold here. Open your arms wide. Now keep your hips and pelvis completely still. And we're going to circle that thigh bone. Imagine you've got a pencil on the top of your knee. You're drawing some big circles on the ceiling. Now I'd like you to keep your ribs soft, your tummy on, but your pelvis completely stable. Now if your shoulders are pinging forwards, just turn your palms to face upwards. Try and hold tension in your belly. Let's go the other way. We inhale to the side, exhale round. Inhale side, exhale round. That's where we need the support from the core, is when we go wide. So we use that exhale to help us find the belly and find support. Let's relax here, take that leg down. We're going to go other side. So holding onto this thigh, make sure your pelvis is even still, that you haven't hiked up one side, and then extend. We lengthen and release. Keep going with these. Extending that leg up and release down. 2 more times. And relax. 1 more. And on this next one, we flex that foot. So it's harder still. Push up through that heel. Don't worry if your knee's not going completely straight. Just get it as straight as you can. And then reach that heel away. Either way, you'll get a stretch. But if your knee is bent, you'll probably feel it more in the back of the calf, maybe back of knee. Last one here. Take that knee to tabletop. Open the arms. Switch on your tummy. Use a big out breath to find your belly. Switch yourself on. And then let's go for some circles. We're going to go 4. Remember, exhale as you go wide. 1 more. And other way. We're going to exhale, inhale, lift. And we've got 2 more. Remember, it's moving from the thigh bone, not the ankle, not the knee. Last one. Pause there. Hug that knee in. Take hold of the top of the shin. Lift yourself into a little chest lift. Now, if you can, lift your right leg off the floor. And we're going to squeeze that tummy down into the mat. Really scoop. Shoulders down, looking down to your belly button. We exhale, reach. Now, I want you to really lengthen that leg away. Really find opening and lengthening across the front of the hip. Lengthen and reach. Exhale. So we're going quite slowly to start with here. Take your time, reach out. And think of every exhale as drawing that belly into the floor. Really use that breath to find your core, find your abdominals, find that connection. Now we're going to go double time for 8 and 7. Don't fling, stable pelvis. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hug those in. Relax there. When you're ready, twiddling over onto your tummy. So last bit of effort here for today. We're going to take the arms nice and wide, like a goalpost shape. Forehead down and legs right out to the edges of your mat. I'm going to shuffle forwards a little bit. So armpits pull back, tummy on, squeeze your bottom and magnetize your pubic bone to the ground. So you're really almost lengthening your pelvis away. The back of your pelvis is reaching down. Now we roll the nose forwards. We inhale up. Now reach your chest forwards. Open your ribs, not your neck. Don't push your chin. And then release down. Pause here. Take an inhale breath. Squeeze that bottom. Roll the nose forwards. Now inhale up. Think of breathing into the front of the ribs. Pull those shoulders back. Now if you want to, you don't have to, you can press the ground away and come a little bit higher. And release back down. Okay? Now only take that next step if you feel comfortable and confident that you can keep your tummy on. It's a nice opening for the front of the body, but you've got to have strong belly, bottom on, shoulders down. And what you can do as a compromise is take your hands a bit higher, and that will mean that your extension will be a little bit lower, and there'll be less temptation to come up into your neck. So if you're in your neck and your shoulders are rising up, take your hands a bit higher. I'm going to do one more of these. Inhale up, reach and chest open, draw those armpits down, tummy on, squeeze the bottom and lengthen back down. And relax there, come up to sitting. Okay, well done. That's session 1 done. I will see you back here again tomorrow for session 2, which is all about the core. See you then.